Oh my god. It's Degas. Welcome to a new and improved, much classier edition of Artsplained, the show where I explain art. My name is Michelle, and I thought ballerinas were supposed to be graceful. They're kneeling, they're slouching. They kind of look like me on a typical Friday night. Stay tuned for more laughs. Thank you for coming. I love humor. Come back next week. We do this every week because I have nothing else to do. These paintings are from some guy in Paris named Edgar Degas. In July 1834, Degas was born to a moderately wealthy family, and he got into painting really early in his life. He was a copyist at the Louvre Museum, but his father wanted him to get into law, so he enrolled at the law school at the University of Paris. Eventually, though, he gave up on being a productive member of society and was admitted to the École des Beaux-Arts. Get a real job. Originally, Degas wanted to be a history painter. That doesn't mean he wanted to solely depict scenes from history. History painters actually tended to depict scenes from mythology and the Bible. This genre of painting in the 17th and 18th centuries was in fashion, even above portraiture. This was considered high art stuff. Eventually, Degas' artworks took a turn to more contemporary, everyday subjects, such as milliners and laundresses. It wasn't until 1870 that Degas started to increasingly paint ballet subjects, and by the end of his career, more than half of his artworks depicted dancers. Degas was definitely a fan of ballet and the opera. At the time, they were an incredibly popular part of Parisian cultural life. His choice in depicting the dancers was partially motivated by his hope to imply movement in his works. He also really liked watching them be in pain. While Degas may be known for his ballerina paintings, that does not mean that he had high respect for the girls. In fact, he's known for calling them little monkey girls. He was also a misogynist. That might be why he's known for depicting ballerinas in their most intimate, least beautiful positions. If there's one artwork from Degas that you should know, it's actually not a painting. It's a sculpture known as the Little 14-Year-Old Dancer. Measuring 39 inches tall, this sculpture is made of wax. When he first publicly displayed the artwork in Paris in 1881, people were not pleased with it. This would be the first and only time that it would be in an exhibition in Degas' lifetime. Here is some of the backlash that he experienced for it. Paul Mance called it the flower of precocious depravity, with a face marked by the hateful promise of every vice and bearing the signs of a profoundly heinous character. Oh! Tim Marlowe said people thought it was a deliberate image of ugliness, but you could also say it's the image of a sickly, gawky adolescent who is being made to do something she doesn't totally want to do. Louis Enault also said, simply frightful, never has the misfortune of adolescence been more sadly represented. Shots fired. So what's the deal with this ballerina? Well, at the time, the public was used to marble sculptures of idealized women. Ballerinas were not idealized. They were often lower class and frequently became prostitutes. While fashionable, ballet wasn't really considered an art form. It was more like a kitschy interlude to operas. Over the past few years, Degas' sculpture has inspired a dance-driven musical, a novel, and even a few works by Damien Hirst. While Degas knew many very famous artists, such as Mary Cassatt and Paul Gauguin, he was a big introvert. He believed that the artist must live alone and the private life must remain unknown. He was also anti-Semitic. No, stop the music. This isn't a joke. He wasn't really a good person. Thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment what you would like Artsplained to talk about next. What do you think of Degas? I'm in great pain.